Alright, so we're here for Comedy in the Garden, y'all. We ain't in the garden, we in the room. But we still outside. We can't hear this. I got it. Alright. We get ready to bring that island flavor. I can't do accents. We get ready to bring out Deandra.
See, look, you all messed up. Just come on, if I go up, I'll do it. Come.
And I'm done.
I'm gonna make it work.
I appreciate y'all. I don't usually sit down for these types of things, but like I have way more cups of beverage than I would have normally by this time, as well as some spliffage. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna see how the energy rises later. Some spliffage, yes. I had the impression that I would be performing at 7:30. So in case I forget a thing or two, y'all gotta give me a little grace. You guys look beautiful. Like truly, I've been looking at y'all. That sounds creepy. I've been looking at y'all. But low key, cause I'm a little introverted, so there were moments where it was just like, oh, I didn't expect to have to socialize this much before I went on. Like y'all gonna like make me do what I said in conversation. So I was like off to corners. But this is really beautiful. I feel so grateful to be invited. My name is Deandra Anjahlee. If for some reason you didn't catch it when Rob introduced me, it was awful. I don't understand. We actually connected through some other work that I do. I'm an independent contractor in education and nonprofit spaces. I do a lot of youth development work, a lot of workforce development and wellness. I'm also a doula. So, I'm well-rounded community servant. But like the arts, look, I can help you with that. We can do a little resume prep after this if that's that type of night. I'm letting you know it's not that type of night though. It's not. I don't have it. I was in that corner thinking about that split and I was like, what time we gonna go on? Because I can take another pull if we got the time. But like, hold on, let me chill. So let me see, I have a lot of time because I thought there were going to be other artists, so I'm just going to take advantage. It took y'all for as long as I feel like, or as long as y'all have me. So I'm a storyteller, and sometimes people are like, well, what does that mean? And they imagine that I read Dr. Seuss in like libraries, and that's not really a vibe that I give for my storytelling. But one of the big differences between like me and like a traditional stand-up comic is my goal is not always to make you laugh. Like I just want you to feel with me. And so we're gonna have like, little mushy moments maybe, but I'm silly so you guys can engage with me. This is such an intimate environment that, I don't mind a little back and forth if I ask y'all a question. Open up, okay? And you already open these people up. When I was over there, I was like, I don't gotta ask them. Let me take off 5 minutes off my set. That's fine. That is cool with me. But anyone else smoking? Okay. See, I knew it. I could feel it. Yes, because I passed the slip on the left-hand side. Who else had their hand up? Who else was eating their edibles? Because everyone's hand should be up. I had a few bites of the sweet potato pie. It was like really nostalgic because I don't know if y'all remember. I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up with like access to chicken spots, and one of the unique finds is like those mini sweet potato pies. And it was like, why do y'all have this here? But when you really think about it, it's like fast food Thanksgiving. You have fried chicken, you got the little mac, you got the little coleslaw, you got all of the fixings. So why wouldn't they have the sweet potato pie? But that was like, it's like elevated. I was very excited to have that. But I've been smoking. I've been smoking for maybe like almost 10 years now. And for some, that's kind of like late because I didn't start until my mid-20s. I was very averse to smoking. Like I grew up with a very conservative Jamaican household, so smoking was like the devil. My family was SDA, Seventh-day Adventists, for those of you who may have been familiar. We don't play like that, I mean, we were cool because we were Caribbean Seventh-day Adventists, so certain church days was like carnival. But, within reason, we're not going to be sleeveless in the sanctuary, when we bending over and winding up. It's going to be a little bit different. It's a combination. We had the balance. We had good balance. But, smoking was just something that we knew was really taboo. I remember one time my sister, who had moved out for years, came over to visit. And of course, since she over to visit, I'm like trying to borrow some of her clothes, some of her everything, because that's what you do with sisters. So I'm in her luggage, all excited, and I see the biggest Ziploc bag of my life. Air dry, like it was crazy how much weed this was. I never really conceptualized transportation of narcotics at this time, but like clearly she was a trafficker. I was like, oh my God, like my sister is about to go down. So I pressed her, you know, because I'm a good Jamaican child. I'm also Honduran, but that doesn't really equate into this story. And so, you know, I pressed her and she was like, D, calm down, relax. It's not that serious. I'm going to a party. I was like, this is a party portion? Like, it was crazy to me. I was like, this is enough for a lifetime. My mother, she overhears like the drama and the debacle, and by the time she comes in, I'm so hot that I'm ready to swing. I swing, my sister swing back, my mother in the middle trying to separate it. My mother gets hit. I don't know. I know. So, you know, I didn't even talk to my sister for a good like 3 months after that. It was tough. We couldn't declare a winner, so that was a big problem. Like I was like, I know I had it. I know the rage of criminal justice was like in my heart. It was like, you cannot be on Metro North with these quantities. I was very dorky, but like at that time it was just so crazy. So now that I passed spliffs to her, it's like, wow, I'm like at home. But on Sunday, a few days ago, I was like, maybe I need a break. I was coming back from Atlanta. I was over there for a few days. I think I got my energy back. Let me see. I sit back down. No, it's honestly because I'm getting hot. I may need y'all to like fan me or something.
Oh,
But
we can crack the door.
oh, we can do that
Crack the window.
too.
Yeah, open it.
Crack the window.
Oh, look at that special treatment. I feel so
Yeah.
privileged. Luxury. Anywho, so I'm coming back from Atlanta on Sunday, and I was just so happy out there. It was like calm, peaceful. I had like come home with like a sense of respite. I'm usually a pretty anxious person. I have ADHD, I have Graves' disease. We'll see if y'all know what that is later. But, you know, I was just like, I feel good. And so I was like, you know what, I'm starting to fast. It's going to be a tolerance break. Maybe this can lead to long-term relief from this addiction. And so I'm like, bet, I'm doing this. I take my last pull right before I get to the airport in Atlanta, Hartsfield. And y'all know that airport already stressful. So I'm rethinking my decision quickly. It's like I'm on the metro, the shuttle, the Concourse E, there's Chick-fil-A everywhere. I'm fucked up. It was like really, it was really hard for me. It was just like, it was one addiction to the next. I also am like a coffee fiend and everybody is just like guzzling and I'm just like, what's happening right now? And I'm on a Frontier flight. And so, I know. I caught myself trying to be cheap. I bought a round trip ticket, no carry-on. I was wilding. I was being clever though. Like I had purchased this duffel bag that converts into a jacket. Black owned. I know, it sounds a little kooky, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this because if I can stuff at least 2 sets of clothes into my front pocket, I'm good. I'll be fine. I'm getting through security, no problem. Take my little weekender, I'm smooth. It wasn't the best decision. It wasn't. I mean, I got through, but it was very awkward. I was given very marsupial vibes, very, you know, extended 4th trimester. It was a lot. It wasn't really that flattering, but it was cheap. So I'm like on this stressful tight flight with my bags, and it was a lot. But I'm like, you know what? I had such a wonderful time. I got the window, which is like, you know, it's really a special advantage. I took a nap. It was just wonderful. I landed in New York, and I'm in the bathroom, and that's icky. But you know what? It's not one of the worst. I'm at LaGuardia. They have like maintenance people going in and out immediately, so I'm like, all right, you know, I could do this. I know I really have to go because I did give into that coffee, and so like, I can't. Yeah, exactly. No way. And I have my earbuds in. These are earbuds that I just bought. I don't really trust earbuds because I work in education spaces. So like half of the time I see kids like pull off their hoodie and they drop, well, I ain't mean to flash y'all, but and one rolls underneath the radiator and you know that's it for it. And so like I have this fear because I'm clumsy, I got a lot of hair. You know, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I was like, I'll do this for the weekend because I want something that has a rechargeable case. And I told you I had no carry-on, so I couldn't do my overhead earphones. It was just too much. So I have these AirPods in, these like little cheapy ones, probably $16.99 from Target. Not probably, definitely, I remember because I was like, I wish I could return them. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, you know, I'm adjusting the layers. I have leggings on underneath my pants because I was being resourceful with my packing. So, you know, wear some of your clothes. And I'm halfway down, and one of these joints pops out and rolls underneath the door, and I'm like, fuck! Like, I literally yelled that in the bathroom, and I'm like, hey, if anyone is out there, could you just, like, move that out the way? And I don't know if anyone hears me. I'm deaf. I just came off a flight, and I suffer from, like, terrible, like, air pressure issues, so, like, I can't hear shit. And I'm like, I'm just praying that somebody got me. I'm in there. I'm taking a little long. I told y'all I had the coffee. I also needed to retrieve my baby wipes, which was in the bottom of my jacket duffel situation. And so, you know, it's not easy. I'm not even looking at time. Let me just do a look. I don't have. I'm just talking to y'all again as long as I feel like it at this point. So, I'm reaching for the baby wipes, and I hear, which is rare already, someone like kind of kick my headphones. Like, I hear that little bounce, and I'm like, what's going on? I was like, maybe it was just in the walkway. Maybe someone kicked it to the side so it wouldn't be there, but I'm anxious, and so I'm like, I'm coming right out. I open the door, I come out, there's no headphone. There's people online, they look like they don't know what happened. They looking at me like, The maintenance lady, I asked her, or I need a better name for what she's doing. Yeah, facilities management. That sounds appropriate. She's managing the facilities. Yeah. So the facilities management shorty, she's in the bathroom, and I'm like, hey, my earbud fell out. Did you pick it up? Maybe someone threw it away. You know what happened? She was like, I'm sorry, mommy, I didn't see. And I'm like, I'm tight. I'm tight because I have the other earbud still in my ear playing this song, and I'm like, fuck, I'm never gonna see this shit again. I wash my hands begrudgingly, and I'm an aggressive hand washer because I work in healthcare spaces, so I'm like looking at niggas on the line. I'm like, yeah, I'm taking off my rings all slow and scrubbing away, and I'm just like really making eye contact because I don't know who it is, and I feel like it could be anyone around me. Anyone could be my ops at this point. And so like I'm like, fuck. I leave the bathroom, throw away the case, throw away the other earbud, and I'm like, all right, you know what, it's fine. I just came from a grateful 4 days in Atlanta with poolside views, leisure, no dog shit, in my way. It was a really nice time. I'm like, I'm not gonna be mad now because of some $16.99 headphones. So, I'm gonna go on my day. I have to go straight back into work. I have some students that I work with that live all over Brooklyn, and I support them through mentorship, career guidance, stipends, and MetroCard money. So I buy the MetroCards and I give them monthly. And I was late on my drop-offs because of my trip, so I was like, I'm gonna just go back into it. When you make my calls, I'm gonna meet my kids. That's how you know I really love them. Because after this flight, I decided to get on the 4 train to go East New York to go drop off a student a MetroCard. Yes, East New York, the Bronx of Brooklyn. It's like, it's a really, it's tough. I mean, I did ask her to meet me at the train station because I'm like, I love you, but I'm not gonna be doing all this meandering around your neighborhood. Like, no, we're not that cool yet. You're new. So on the way, I'm on the train. We're like at Nostrand Station on the 4 line, and it's going local, of course, because it's Sunday. And a Jamaican lady walks on the train. I know she's Jamaican because my people are very notable. And she's like, stop the train, call the police, stop the police, why? And I'm like, oh, no, I have to be someplace. I'm not even thinking this is real because yelling Jamaican people, I'm used to that. That's regular. I'm from Flatbush. This is not unheard of. Wild activities on MTA, also something I'm very used to. So most people are like, we just sitting there like, please just close these doors so we can move on. But then we hear this alarm, and we're like, what the fuck is that? And then we notice that everyone from the car that she was in spills out. And then suddenly we don't notice everyone spilling out, and the platform is full and it's flooded. And I'm like, oh shit, my heart is racing. Like, the way my heart was racing to go up to the roof just now, nothing. It was like different. I was like really like shook. I run out the train the same way. I'm trying to like hear what's going on. I hear someone tell the woman in the booth, someone had a knife. I'm like, fuck, why today? Why is this happening? Why me? It's like a little shallow, little ego in that moment, but then I'm just like, let me just be realistic with myself. I'm actually opening the door. People got strollers and all sorts of things. But I'm like, what am I gonna do? Ubers are like $25.49 right now. Like, it's surging because of the weather. It was a little sunny last Sunday. I didn't want to deal with this. So I actually stood there and waited because I was like, well, if he was about to get stabby, it would have already happened. Somebody would have already got juked. So I'm like, I think I'm safe. Like, I'm okay. I'm right right by the conductor's booth. I can like go, you know, I feel good. So I kind of just stand there as people are flooding out, and then I hear the police kind of like stop the train. They make some announcements, and they're searching for him. Same Jamaican lady, she comes out, he already gone. He is gone. You guys take too long. You know, she was giving it to them. She was giving it to them. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Y'all took like 10 minutes. Of course this nigga's going. He is upstairs chilling. He's at Golden Crust or Footprint. There's tons of food options to hide out in right upstairs. Why would he still be on the train? And that logic lets me know that it's safe for me to walk right back on the train too. So then I just, you know, I take my seat and I'm like, well, I still got places to go. I didn't get juxed. So I'm on the train. I'm on the way to my student. I'm like, hey, girl, you know, there's things with the train that you need to watch out for. And she's just like, I know, I can't wait to leave New York. And I'm like, shit, I don't know if I can. I don't know what's next. She's a wonderful 24-year-old about to be a doula and a childbirth educator, and she's just amazing. And so, you know, I gave her this Metro card. I relayed my story. She laughed, I laughed, and then I went to go see another student. Later in that day, let's see what happened. I actually ended up in Harlem. I had a friend who was doing a comedy show right up the block at the Shrine. If you guys ever need a Sunday night show, great, wonderful production. What is it called? Brown Sugar Comedy right over there. Check that out. So I was over there watching this show, and y'all know what 125th is like. But it's been a minute. It's been a minute for me. I used to live in Harlem. I used to live on 153rd and Edgecombe, and then I transitioned to the east side. It sounds like I changed my genders. But I transitioned to 101st and First, which is like very different vibes. But you know, like I was experiencing multiple worlds. But I had some issues with Harlem. There was like a lot of, I don't know, there was like a lot of sadness up in your face on the main thoroughfares. And so I was experiencing that Sunday evening after the show, waiting for my homeboy on 125th. The same meal that I had before this show, we actually went to go get. I went to Harlem Shake. I was being greedy. I had some burgers, you know. No, I didn't have some, but there were burgers on the table. There was a jerk burger. There was a classic. There was something else that comes with French fries in it. It was dangerous. But as we're sitting there, somebody pulls up with a shopping cart and they start yelling. And I'm like, oh God, I've already had too much for the day. I've already had too much. And he yells, are you gonna finish that? And I'm like, oh, this is so good though. This is like quality. This is a special moment for me right now. My homeboy's ignoring it because it's his sandwich that the man is asking about. And you don't want to actually have to face it. First of all, he actually ordered 2 burgers. That was what I was trying to do. I was trying to protect him, but he ordered 2 of these sandwiches. No fries though, so that, you know, I guess there's a little bit of balance there. Yeah. And he ignores him. He yells, you gonna finish that? Ignores him. I think if he enunciated a little bit better, he was just like, no, maybe he didn't get me. That is what I'm talking about. He leaned in a little bit, you know, it's like a little short gate. And I tapped my friend. I was like, you have to address this. Like, we can't. He's not gonna leave. He wants your sandwich. So he turns around and he's like, yeah, I'm eating it. He was like, you're not eating it. He was right. He was not eating it at that moment. It was on the plate. He was talking to me. His hands were in motion. He wasn't eating it. I kind of was like, maybe you should give him the sandwich. He was like, I'm eating this. I'm like, all right, fine, be mean, whatever. That nigga ain't had no Shake Shack, Harlem Shake today. You know, you greedy. But moving on. He actually had a 12 o'clock show. The life of comedians and performers, we just like bounce. So we was at the 12 o'clock show. But it's a little different. It's a little whiter, drunker, younger. We were by NYU. Y'all know how the campus vibes can be. It was a little different. This spot called, Grizzly Pier. Right on this strip by West 4th. So it's a lot of mess over there. As we coming out, it's a brawl. Some white man who looks like he don't got no business putting hands on nothing, not even his lady. Like he was looking decrepit. And he's like hands in his face to this waitress or store owner, who am I to say? And she's like, you have to leave. You're drunk. Clearly, we all know he's drunk. And he goes to like slap her or grasp her. I see open hand reach. It looks like slap to me. it also looked like slap to this other gentleman who was watching, and he jumps in and duffs this nigga. And it's been a long time since I say somebody duffed you. Like, that's very, like, 5th grade language when you describe a fight that happened in the schoolyard. It was like, yeah, he was standing there with his milk, and then the nigga duffed him. Like, that's what it's like. So that's what happened, and he was taken so off guard, and he spun, and he turned around, and then they were kind of, like, dancing for a little bit, because I couldn't, well, no hits. They were just holding each other really intimately for a while. And I don't know, the moment was really slow to me, but, you know, I had a few drinks at that point. And there's this move, and I know it's a real move in wrestling, but I haven't been keeping up on my terms, so I call it a superplex, and I feel like that might be real, because it's like when a whole building drops on you, like the complex has taken possession over your body, and he flips this nigga over into the trash, his legs goes into the car, like, that's crazy, but he's still locked in the embrace, so he's like hovering over the trash as well. My friend, he pulls me, he's like, yo, we gotta go. He's not even impressed by this sight. He's not affected, and I'm like, yo, what's going on with me? I hop into the Uber. On the Uber way home, I'm like, yo, today drained me, you know how they say, and I was just like, let me reroute my Uber to one of these terrible ass weed shops, because I don't think I can do this. It's been 16 hours without a spliff. I was in Atlanta, I was on the 4, I was everywhere, and I just was like, I gotta do this. So before I even got home, I rolled up that spliff, and I was so happy. And so, you know, I did have a little break. I had like a 16-hour fast tolerance from it. That's you know, that's significant. But you know, y'all see me rolling up. But you know, that was that day. Let me see where I'm gonna go next. So, you know, weed is one of my methods. Let me check time too. Weed is that was like 10 minutes. Weed is one of my methods of like self-care and maintenance. But I also have therapy, which is amazing and necessary and critical. And I feel like the relationship that I'm building with this man is like, wow, like, you